Passage 3, the humanities section. Humanities. This passage is adapted from The Sky is Not the Limit, Adventures of Urban Astrophysics. It was a dark and starry night. The 65-degree air was calm. It felt as though I could see forever. Too numerous to count the stars of the autumn sky and the constellations they traced were rising slowly in the east, while waxing crest moon was descending into the western horizon. Aloft to the northern sky were the big and little dippers, just where they were described to be, and just as they were described to appear. I was told there would be no clouds that night, but I saw one. It was long and skiddy and stretched across the sky from the horizon to horizon. No, I was mistaken. It wasn't a cloud. It was the Milky Way. It was a varying bright and dark patches, giving the appearance of structure and the illusion of depth. I had never seen the sky of the Milky Way with such clarity and majesty as that night. Back to the top. 45 minutes of my suspended disbelief swiftly passed when the house lights came back on in the planetarium sky theater. That was the night the universe poured down from the sky and flowed into my body. I had been called. The study of the universe would be my career, and no force on earth would stop me. I was just 9 years old, but now I had an answer for the annoying question all adults ask. What do you want to be when you grow up? Although I could barely pronounce the word, I would tell them, I want to be an astrophysics. From that moment onward, one question lingered with me. What was the majestic planetarium sky in the actual portrayal of the real ancestral sphere, or was it a hoax? Surely there were too many stars. I had proof because I had seen the night sky from the Bronx, from the rooftop of my apartment house, built upon one of the highest hills of the Barrow. It was one of the sets of the 3 buildings that were known as the Sky View Apartments. In one of the 2 Sky View buildings lived a close friend, a classmate in elementary school. My friend's most important contribution to my life past was introducing me to binoculars. I had used them before primarily to view sporting events. My friend instead encouraged me to look up. He encouraged me to look beyond the streetlights, beyond the buildings, beyond the clouds, and out towards the moon and stars of the night sky. Nothing I can write will capture my cosmetic imprinting when I first viewed the waxing crescent moon across the Hudson River above the paracels of the New Jersey during the cloudless twilight evenings. The moon through those 7x35s was not just bigger, it was better. The cold, dark shadows sharpened revealed its surface to the 3-dimensionals, a rich moonscape of mountains and valleys and craters and hills and plains. The moon was no longer just a thing of the sky, on the sky. It was another world in the universe. And if simple binoculars could transform the moon, imagine what a mountaintop telescopes could do with the rest of the universe. The last questions. 21. The narrator's primary aim of this passage is to A. Compare and contrast different ways to observe and study the moon. B. Describe and explain the significance of the 2 of his experience observing details of the night sky. C. To discuss how certain adults and childhood friends had influenced his interest and talents. D. Demonstrate his knowledge of which stars trace various constellations. 22. Given his interest in astrophysics, the narrator most strongly implies that he was fortunate to have lived F. outside the Bronx, G. near the paracels of the New Jersey, H. close to the Hudson River, or J, in the Skyview Apartments? 23. Which of the following statements best express what the narrator thinks about the friend he writes about in the passage? A, my friend and I enjoyed using binoculars to view sporting events. B, it's hard for me to figure out how my friend contributed to my life's path. C, my friend helped me learn how to view my surroundings in a new way. Or D, I was usually more interested in learning than my friend was. 24. According to the passage, which of the following did the narrator not view during the Planetarium Sky Theater show? Not. F, the waxing crescent moon. G, the Milky Way. H, the Little Dipper. Or J, a cloud. 25. The third passage, lines 22 through 31, most nearly describe the narrator's feeling. A, determined and thrilled. B, joyful and generous. C, cautious and afraid. D, unsettled and curious. 26. According to the passage, the narrator believed the Planetarium Sky Theater might have presented an inaccurate portrayal of the night sky because F, he could not find the Big Dipper in the theater's sky. G, the stars in the theater's sky seemed to be rising. H, the night sky had looked different when viewed from the rooftop of his apartment house. J, he had thought that the night sky had more clouds and less depth. 27. The narrator's statements in lines 22 through 24 most nearly suggest that the moment he felt that A, some person was trying to contact him. B, something outside of his control guided him. C, he had too many decisions to make at once. D, important information was outside his reach. 28. The narrator states that he decided he wanted to be in astrophysics at the age when he could barely F, name the major constellations. G, understand an astrophysics study. H, remember the word. J, pronounce the word. 29. The narrator claims that he cannot capture in the writing his impressions left on him by his first experience viewing the A, waxing crescent moon through binoculars. B, universe through mountaintop telescopes. C, buildings of his neighborhood from the rooftop. Or D, the autumn sky during his Planetarium Sky Theater show. 30. Lines 62 through 65 most strongly suggest that the narrator hoped that his study of the night sky would F, not end with the observation of the moon. G, give him a reason to continue to use binoculars. H, inspire other neighborhood children. Or J, not keep him from his other hobbies. This is the end of test 3. Stop and give the test to the teacher consultant or the teacher.